Yes, it's back. It's that time of month again. It is maintenance, which means patch notes. And what have we got coming up? Well, we've got something quite interesting coming up. Yes, I've just been watching Ultimate DJ's video this morning and, well, yeah. New officers, and we actually have 4 this month, and even Colonel Kira's back. Could this be a prelude to who the spy is? Well, let's jump into the patch notes and find out what we've got coming, including, yes, that, and I don't think a lot of you are going to be too happy about what's about to happen to this. Yes, this is Patch Notes. I'm Admiral Pegasus, and this is Star Trek Fleet Command. Okay, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can see, I'm really tiny in the corner here because I know for a fact I usually get in the bloody way. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's move myself up here and here we go. Make myself that wee bit bigger so I can actually see what I'm actually doing. So, M49, yes, it is December, it is Arcfall, December the 6th, 2022, Deep Space Nine, Part 4. Yes, it's the last part, and this month we have an event store. Yes, we do. I've also been, like I've just said, watching DJ's video, and I've also got a few little bits more that might not be included down here. So let's see what we've got. So first off, obviously we've got the 3 new officers that we're getting. We are getting a 4th. If you haven't already seen DJ's video, or you haven't already read the patch notes, you won't know who it is. We'll find out who it is, but it will be an epic, and it's going to be a below deck officer. I will tell you that. But we have Jadzia Dax, we have Julian Bashir, and we have, if you actually look at the uniform, it's actually Colonel Kira. Yes, that is Colonel Kira, especially with the hairdo. If you remember from Season 7, Deep Space Nine, yes, geeky moment coming out. But this will obviously make a second Kira that we have in the game. What's she going to be? Is she going to be an epic? Is she going to be rare? Is she going to be uncommon? Well, is she even going to be a common? Yeah, fat chance of a common. We don't get them anymore. But anyway, right, commanders. The shadow looms over the Alpha Quadrant. Although Sisko and his dauntless crew have managed to reclaim DS9 from the Cardis, their trials are far from finished. The corruption and influence of the Dominions reach far to the highest echelons of the great powers. Only one thing stands in their way. Total domination. You. Yes, you. I don't know why I'm doing it to there. There's the camera. Yeah, there's the camera. Yes, you, the commanders, are standing in the way of total domination. So, part 4, it will include the Alliance Starbase assaults, which we will touch on shortly, field training, quite sure what that is, new officers, and 30 new missions, and much more. So, Alliance Starbase. Now, here we go. Woo! There's my Admiral wanting to do some voice chat. I'll join him shortly. Now, the next stage of your Alliance Starbase is the PvP, and now you're going to get to raid those Alliance Starbases. Yes, you will get to raid them. However, there is a downside. This is an Armada-style attack. Yes, an Armada-style attack. It will have its own directives. Woohoo! I've literally just done an Armada directive sourcing video, which is due to be dropped on Friday. So, that's not going to be included. But yeah, so you're going to have your Alliance Starbase, so obviously watch out, your plasma's going to get stolen. However, there will be events this month surrounding them, so obviously how much is going to happen after this month, I do not know. Join the arms race to upgrade your Alliance Starbase with 9 new modules to become stronger, with 13 new Alliance research nodes, including 3 primes. Yes, we have more prime nodes coming. We have a total of 5. Yes, 5. So, here we go. So, Prime, ablative piercing, armor plating, increases your hull health by 300% for all ships. Yes, now, I don't think this is actively for against the Alliance Starbase. I think this is generally, your ships are going to receive this kind of a boost. 350%. And then there's the shield enhancer as well, which again is 350%. Alliance Fist, this one will be against the Alliance Starbase, is a 200 base damage. So remember, base your research. So it's this one that's going to be affected, is a 200% increase in assault against those star bases. For the time being, no assault will take place. Commanders, use this time wisely to prepare your alliance. So there are methods of avoiding this one. And defending is basically simply go attack their armada. I'm presuming your alliance will receive a ping to say your alliance starbase is under attack. So now there is the Q&A thing, so we're going to jump straight into that and have a quick read of this. So the alliance starbase has capabilities that have expanded further. It's time to unite with other alliance mates and do more than ever and prepare for assaults. The assaults are a new type of combat that allow an alliance to attack an alliance starbase to steal plasma. To support this new combat, new buildings have been added which will increase the base combat capabilities of your starbase, allowing alliances to better protect themselves. How to prepare. New research nodes buildings have been added to our arsenal. These will help prepare you for your offense and fortify your starbase. The offense below starbase research nodes will increase your combat efficiency during assault. So Cardassian weak points, assault damage, defense maneuvers, armor schematics, rally resistance, and Bajoran inspiration. And that's the combat. That's the offensive side. And then there are going to be 9 buildings available to help in aid of your defense. So you got command control. Woohoo! I'm going to have a bigger office. Shield modulator, EPS distributor A, B, and C. Exographic targeting array A, B, C, and a Tetron detector. So all this is going to be literally PvP related. Wow. That's a lot. Obviously, I know those who really like to spend are really going to boost their alliance starbases to protect them further. Where are these new buildings located on starbase? The combat buildings are all placed together in a new superstructure. This separates them from the existing buildings, which deal primarily with the harvesting and storage of plasma. So also you realise you've got your arms, which deal with your mining sort of things. This is going to be a new building, which is going to be completely separate from those arms. You can move between 2 superstructures using arrow controls and on the Alliance Management start screen. So that's going to be an interesting one for us to look at during the live stream tonight. So yes, just a reminder, it is Arcfall. I will be doing a live stream tonight, so we will look at some of this this evening. Does that mean the Alliance Starbase has multiple targets? For combat, there is only a single target, unified Alliance Starbase. Only Alliance members are able to see and interact with the various superstructures. So I would presume that this is going to be something like Utopia Planitia Fleet Yards. You're going to have shipyards all over the place. You've got your main structure as well. And obviously, your alliance, say for instance, my alliance, Borg, we will be able to see everything that stands off it. However, for you guys attacking the starbase, say like BWF or Fox or Apex come and do a raid on our starbase, all they will see is the original structure that you guys see at current. So I also will just point out, do not forget to update your clients as well. So don't forget that. New buildings use the same resources as the Alliance Starbase buildings, including the superconductors, plasma, and plasma. No, for the time being, no assault will take place, so use this time to prepare wisely. So I'm guessing there is going to be a delay. So let's go back. There will be a delay on the Alliance Starbase. Oh, it's shot too far ahead. And yeah, so be prepared. Get your starbases prepared for being targeted. Because if you don't have those defences available, you're going to lose some plasma. Or get those vaults up. So Cardiamadas, Bajoran Faction Store. I can't stress that enough. So, literally. Right, field training then. So, moving on. A new field training feature will be available for all commanders with a special focus on those new to Star Trek Fleet Command world. Wow, okay. Follow all the training tasks to learn intricacies of being a commander and unlock rewards for your efforts. Okay, so that might be worth me actually starting a new account on a different device. I'm going to have to figure out how to do the live stream on that, doing that way around. I think it's going to be using one of my older methods. I think that's the way it's going to be. So it looks like new players are going to get for lack of a better phrase, I mean, it's not for new players, for us older players, it is called an idiot's guide. So that's the only way I can actually explain that one. New research. Along the new Alliance research, 6 new Defiant nodes will be added to the Starbase tree, and 1 to the Galaxy tree, Prime, will now be available. So there'll be 5 new nodes and 1 Prime node for the Defiant, which increases ability. Now, from what DJ was saying, these are all aimed at solo armadas. Yes, they're going to boost the Defiant's ability, defense and attack against solo armadas. In the Galaxy tree, you're going to have a Bajoran diplomacy, which is going to increase your diplomacy tokens when claiming from chests in a Bajoran store. So that's going to be in the Galaxy tree. It did say that there's no mention on pricing yet, but trust me, there's going to be some pricing, especially for what you see at the bottom right now, because yes, it's here. It's finally arrived. It was mentioned, not by me, not for a long time, but Dry Dock H has arrived. Yes, it's arrived. New available for construction at level 35. Obviously, you can unlock it through the Office tab. So that'll be your in-app store. Acquiring H will allow you to command an extra vessel, which greatly increase your combat and mining capabilities. So there are going to be some new queues coming as well. A new building queue and a new repairing queue. So it's going to give you 3 builders and 3 repairs. Will be available for commanders. Get meaningful value to expand your star base and stay ahead of the curve. Now, for me, the new builder it's a no-brainer. Yes, if it's cheap enough, go for it, because it will help you. But when you actually done all your buildings and then you've got 2 builders doing absolutely nothing. I mean, at the minute, I've got 1 builder doing absolutely nothing because I'm staying put where I am for a while. So, I mean, I'm in all intentions of staying put till December next year, but whether I do or not is another story. And then obviously repair queues, well, I use my speed up, so I don't really need the repair queues. So I ain't even got the second one yet. So if they actually do mean something to you, obviously go get them. If not, then that's up to you. Now, new refits are also coming up. What? Oh, hello. For level Shipyard 42, about all 3 factions, you're going to receive some new refits, which are going to improve your reputation gains as per those factions. So, who we got first? Well, we've got a Jem'Hadar fighter. Yes, and they are going to be placed on your USS Kelvin. Yes, your Kelvin is going to receive a little handy boost of 50% when taking on hostiles and armadas for your Federation reputation. Next up is the Marine combat ship. It's for your Katinga. It doesn't have an energy dampening weapon, so I will spoil your ganders, spoil your mood with that. So, and then a Cardi Gala class warship for the Valdor. So now, whether I get that or not is another story, because obviously I do operate the Valdor quite a lot. New officers. Here you go then. Here's your first one. Epic Jagzia Dax. Yes, Epic Jagzia Dax. Now, she is going to be an officer that you are potentially going to want. She's also going to be the one that's going to be sourced through 3 solo leaderboards. Yes, 3 solo leaderboards. Material spend, how they are going to work. I seriously hope to God that they are not going to be the same as Weiyu's. If they are, I'm screwed. I won't be getting it. But hey ho. So, Keen Eye is a captain's maneuver, increasing mitigation by 700% of officers' health against solo armada. So this is an officer that you are really going to want, because she is going to really kick ass against solo armadas. So, and if you all remember, Jagzia Dax was the one with a pretty keen eye when it came to the science side of things, but as well she could also handle herself in hand-to-hand combat, which means officer ability of Warrior Spirit, which increases weapon damage by X% of officer's health against Soul Marders. This starts at 300% and ends at a whopping 1200%. That is going to be one hell of a smack. Whoa. So probably stick on your Defiant, really boost that Defiant ability. I mean, for those who are looking at the max loot, she could be an officer that you put alongside Jailer to help boost the Franklin's firepower. So, obviously, Captain's ability does have a small synergy of 175 and a massive synergy of 350. So, smashing that either side is going to be on the big side. On the Deep Space Nine synergy crew, it's going to be a whopping 1400%. 1400%. That is going to be a massive amount of piercing that you are literally just going to push straight through. Poor solo Armadas, you might even be able to punch them. I might even be able to hit a level 46 with that. Next up is Odo. Yes, Odo has finally arrived. I mean, if they didn't put Odo into this, it wouldn't be quite Deep Space Nine, would it? Odo's arrived, but he's not a captain's ability. No, he is a lower decker. Yes, he's shapeshifted his way down to the lower decks, but you can put him on the bridge for fluidic strength, which increases your mitigation against solo Armadas. So again, could be another one that could go on your max loot crews with Jailer as captain, Jagzir on one side, and then Odo on the other. So I mean, it's entirely up to you. I mean, I will do a video on max loot crews, but I need to save up some directives first. And I've already done a quick run on it. Yeah, I've got mixed feelings on it. It's okay on some ways it's not. But I will do a video on it, I promise. As soon as I've built up I'll do about a week's worth of building up a week's worth of Solar Mad, so it might come towards the end of December when I've got through it, because I need to try and keep on top of my Defiant. I'm now a day behind. Below deck ability is Right is Might. Obviously, you know Odo's strong sense of justice. Even when it was his time to be judged, he said, no, I want to be judged. So increases critical damage by 1%, and it starts off at 20% and tops out at 60%. So yep, that's Odo. So, is your talking Dr. Spy? Yes, is your talking Dr. Spy he loves to play spies. He loves to play these reenactments on the holodeck with Miles. He is your surgical precision captain's maneuver rare officer. Increasing critical damage by X% against solo Armadas. Starts off at 50, can top out at 150%. Officer ability Steady Hand, increased critical chance by 1%, starting at 20% and topping out at 60%. So that's not particularly too bad. It's another solo Armada one. Again, yeah, by the looks of it so far, you can be putting these three officers so far up against solo Armadas, maybe on the Defiant. So, and then Colonel Kira has arrived. You know, she's just called Kira Nerys in this one. She is another rare officer. So could that point to who the spy was? The original Kira breaks exchange Armadas, apparently. Although I've got one of my plates saying that she actually works pretty well, and his M score's 140. I've asked for some battle logs, so I'm going to pay close attention when that comes around. But anyway, Kira Nerys, hopefully this one's not going to break Armadas, but then again, she's not going to be against Armadas. No, this is going to be part of your metaphor against the star bases. Yes, officer's ability, she is a lower deck officer, so just bear that in mind. Decrease shield mitigation by X% in an assault. So it starts off at 4% and tops out at 10%. So that's going to basically decrease your starbase's shield mitigation from the 80-20 all the way down to 70-30. So it's not much of a change, but getting just that little bit extra damage through can eventually knock a round or two off and potentially mean a better chance of you actually beating it. Below deck ability is Guerrilla Strategy. Reduce opponent player critical chance by X%. Yes, this is a PvP ability. for the lower deck. So for those of you who like to go out and smash up all the players, this will probably be the officer that you'll put on below deck. Starts at 10% and tops out at 35%, reducing that player's critical chance. So then you got your new missions, 10 new core missions, including join forces with Cisco and crew as they fight for the greater good of the galaxy. Learn more in new assaults, about the new assaults in 5 new missions. All you need is a tall ship and some contraband to fill it with. Okay. Be on the lookout for 10 side missions that will have you alongside your favourite DS9 characters. Onward to the Gamma Quadrant. And lastly, join the Bajoran Resistance for 5 new missions available in the faction store. Woohoo! Also, new battle pass coming out as well, featuring all the usual goodies and everything. We'll have a look at that during the live stream. Espionage conclusion. This comes to an end, revealing it's a changeling who's actually the spy, and who have they replaced? Well, I think the odds of money now, it's definitely got to be Colonel Kira, which is what DJ has been preaching all along. I was originally Cisco, then I thought maybe Miles, like Rev Juice does, but I guess it's got to switch in this one. How long it's going to take for this event to actually finish, whether it's going to be the beginning of the month or the end of the month, I do not know. New frames and avatars coming out. Ooh, nice. So, and the new 20... is that avatar? Yeah, a new 2023 avatar and some frames with that as well. So, your bug fixes. Let's shrink myself down as we have a look. So, okay. Okay, so that first one's kind of interesting. Excessive amount of time pass in order for the shop to populate its bundles. That's just basically lag, isn't it? Fix an issue where the users attempting to access Starbase gets stuck in the preparing screen. D3 Separatist cloak is unlocked. Is now a... so the Separatist D3 lost its cloaking device in the last patch, and now that's been fixed, so the Separatist D3 can cloak. Shop error 303 has been sorted. Fix an issue where the player's captain's ability... Oh my lordy. Player's captain's abilities reported incorrectly when they defending in battle. Fix an issue where the Alliance Starbase appears inside the system after relocating the Alliance Starbase to the collisional plasma harvester. Okay. Fix an issue where the material grade disappears after sending an officer on an away team mission. Fixed an issue on GOD where acting hostiles are only spawning one hostile at a time. Well, it looks like we've got some sort of a fix towards the acting hostiles, but unfortunately it's not the fix that everyone wants. It's the Apex fix. Syndicate, where the whole health bonus is not applied properly for level 30. Incorrect graphics on nodes at Starbase research tree. Issues regarding ships where the number rounding is inconsistent across the game. Okay. Scan screen where the ability status icon of the enemy ship is not placed on the correct side of the scene, overlaps the ship 3D model. Okay. Fix an issue where the G4 miners refits, descriptions not mentioned, they only work for this specific ship. Isn't that a no-brainer? I thought that would be a no-brainer. Ortega's tip tool description says inflect or instead of inflict. Faction store characters appear smaller in size on PC in comparison to the other platforms. Fix an issue where the officer assignment screen in ships had a confirm button overlapping the ship status panel. Okay. And where power increase is displayed as a percentage instead of value on the first buildings of levels. Well, they're all your bug fixes. So what improvements have we got? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, by the looks of this, they've already had to make improvements to the missions. Jem'Hadar Cruiser, Jem'Hadar Fighter, Jem'Hadar Battlecruiser in the missions. The 6 host Part 5 Gambits, 8 and 9, and looking in Part 2. Okay. Instead of it is appearing as Legionary. Okay. Mission imbalance 4 and 5 in localization, where the string issue with the mission's titles. Okay. So, no meaningful upgrades there, improvements there, but just some mission-related stuff. But anyway, that is the patch notes for today. Oh, hello. I don't want that one. I want this one. So, like I said, that's the patch notes today. There's not much else that can be said. My dog's going nuts because by the looks of it, we're just getting some company. So, I better go find out who that is and then jump into probably chat with my alliance. So, yeah. This has been the Pegasus Show. I've been Admiral Pegasus. This has been your patch notes for M49. I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you on tonight on the live stream, where we're going to showcase, hopefully, some of this, maybe. But hopefully the event calendar will be up so we can go through that as well. Anyway, stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you tonight. Goodbye.